Hi.
I was in the studio with Sports Therapy 101.
Powered by Dasani Powerade.
Hi. Welcome to In Studio with Sports Therapy 101, powered by Dasani Powerade. Introduce yourself.
My name is Asabi Callender. I'm 17 years old. I represented Barbados senior team in the cricket tournament. We won both 50 over and T20. So I think that was a good experience. I also represented Barbados at the under 19 level and also West Indies at the under 19 level. And just a couple months ago, I represented Barbados at the CARIFTA Games throwing Javelin.
Whoa, that is quite a resume for a 17-year-old. Under 19 Barbados cricketer, under 19 West Indian cricketer, senior cricketer, not only that, double champions, Super 50 and T20, and also a CARIFTA Javelin participant. How did you get involved in cricket and javelin?
Well, I started playing cricket around the age of 8, 7, playing at my primary school. You know, my dad outside just having fun with the boys, playing cricket. And then I remember telling my dad, I think this is my career. I think I want to put this up as a career. And ever since then, it was just my love of the game began to grow and grow. So I think at a very young age, I always had a passion for it, and now it's shown.
What about javelin? How did you get involved in javelin?
Javelin came about with cricket as well. In primary school, you know, school looking for athletes to participate in both track and field. So I think me throwing the cricket ball at primary school, graduated to when I went to foundation. I think the PE teachers realized, well, this girl can throw a ball, so why not put a javelin in her hand? And from then, that's how it was.
You're 17 years old. You've played for Barbados at the senior level. Maybe you're one of the younger Barbadian women players at the moment. How were you selected for the senior team at such a young age?
Well, I would say it started with primary school again. Playing the tournament called the Herman Griffith cricket tournament played amongst the primary schools in Barbados. Playing that tournament, then after the tournament is finished, there was an all-stars game choose from several primary schools across the country. And then from there, Richard Clark saw me and then told me to come down in Center Excellence and train with the girls. And then from there, I just made the under 19 team. Then as my game progressed, I got on the senior team.
You mentioned the Center Excellence. For those watching that don't have an idea what the Center Excellence is, can you just give us a brief description on the Center Excellence?
Well, Center Excellence is basically a cricket program in Barbados where coaches would pick a group of girls and boys that they see having potential in the game, and then on several days they just come down at the oval and train.
You joined a very long line of Barbados cricketers who are also CARIFTA javelin throwers. We've had DeAndre Dalton in the past. We've had current West Indies captain Haley Matthews. How does it feel to be among such illustrious names in the sport?
Well, when I was young, I always looked up to Haley and DeAndre. So realizing that what I have in common with them is I'm following these footsteps, and maybe one day I could be in dressing rooms with them.
So would you say Haley and DeAndre are your local role models? Do you have any other local role models?
Yeah, those both I look up to. Watching cricket, I think Haley Matthews, DeAndre Dalton, just caught my eye. Other local role models, I would say Shea Hope. I really enjoy the way he bats and stuff. Another local, probably Joe Farcher. Just his aggression and how he goes about his game. I think he's a good eye to look up to.
do you have a local club or a local coach that you train with mostly, or is it just within the national program? How does your train? Who do you train with?
Well, I train with outside of the regional and cricket in Barbados. Those coaches I train with Sharon Campbell as a one-on-one, but I would say a lot of coaches contributed to my where my game is at right now, and yeah, so I can't leave out any.
What do you love most about your sport? Tell us.
Well, there's a lot to speak about cricket. I think just the culture and the spirit among the game, I think, is something I can take into life itself. So choosing that as a career, I think it will help me as a person.
So you're talking about looking to cricket as a career. You're still at a school age where you're finishing up your studies, which means you have to still be balancing your schoolwork and your training and your cricket. You mentioned that you were with West Indies under 19 the other day and you traveled. How do you find balancing your training and your cricket with balancing your schoolwork, especially when you have to be flying out and performing overseas and still finding the time to study?
Well, it's not an easy job. Not too long ago, I had a very packed, probably 12 months from last year, around mid of the year. It was just camps and tours and stuff. And something that I was kind of worried about, I had exams coming up and it was hardly in school, so it was a bit worrying, but I love the game of cricket, so that choice will always come first. But I try to balance my schoolwork as well.
What would you say is your greatest achievement to date? You've made the Barbados CARIFTA team, you've made Barbados under 19 West Indies, and you have a lot of accolades to your name at a very young age of 17. Do you have one achievement that you can pick out, or maybe more than one, to say that it is your greatest achievement to date?
Well, being selected for the West Indies team, I think that was a big achievement for me. Always wanted to play for West Indies from a young age. But I would say playing for Barbados at both on 19 levels and senior level, I think representing my country really means a lot to me. So it's kind of hard to choose. Also, CARIFTA. I never wanted to leave it out. So it's kind of hard to choose which one is the biggest achievement, but I say I enjoy all.
You mentioned briefly about a career in cricket. Can you tell us more about your goals as a US player to become a cricketer going forward?
I think I would like to be one of the most outstanding female all-rounders. Playing for big leagues, IPL, women's cricket is now getting a push now. So being able to play for all leagues, I think would be a good achievement for me. So yeah.
Well, thank you, Asabi, for joining us in studio, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors as you train and aspire to be one of the greatest women all-rounders of all time.
Thanks.